Ben, go ahead.
Also, Coach Kelly talked about the need for speed on this defense and how it's kind of contributing the way you guys have led the league in sacks the first two games. Have you gotten faster? Did you make that a priority and part of your game in your offseason workouts?
I mean, I'm always working my speed, just trying to get faster, more athletic in the off season. So, yeah. And I feel like you may have been talking about in terms of pace and how we do things. You know, I like to run.
Also, Quantrez Knight has made a quick impact with you guys. People talk about his energy, the juice he has. What has he meant to you coming in here?
You know, it's just another guy that's going to help be a leader. You know, that's why the squad leaders, when he got here, we elected him to join the squad leaders of the team because we saw that he brought energy, and that's a guy that people are going to look to, and he's going to bring infectious energy to the team. You know, that's something that we need.
What can you give me an example of that energy? How does it kind of manifest itself either in the locker room or out on the practice field?
You know, you hear his voice a lot. You know, it's always just building guys up, trying to get guys going. That's someone that you hear a lot. Like in the morning, he's one of the first dudes going at practice. You know.
Thank you.
Let's go to Mike.
Hey, good morning, Osa. Can you talk about the entire defensive effort? I mean, the secondary linebackers, they were on top of the receivers, giving you guys up front enough time to get to the quarterback or to disrupt them. You know, what can you say about the effort, you know, in general and how aggressive it's been this season?
I feel like we've been doing a better job of just playing off each other as a collective on defense. You know, up front, we're trying to put pressure on the quarterback, get him off the spot, make him throw where he doesn't want to. And then in the back end, they're just doing their thing, covering, going for the ball, breaking things up. Like I was telling the guys, like it makes me so happy when I get out of the stack and it's a pass breakup. You know, it's just giving guys energy. And likewise, when they're covering their ass off and it's a sack, like I was just giving guys life on both ends.
Tracy.
Hey, Osa. Do you think this defense, how it's been just tweaked a little, do you think it's giving you more opportunity to put pressure on the quarterback? I mean, do you think you personally have more opportunity at pressuring the quarterback?
I would say so.
In what way? What's changed a bit schematically for you and for the defensive line?
I mean, we're doing a lot more of our 4-down looks, which lets us go this way. So that's a lot better, you know. More
it seemed like you drew some double teams.
And then guys rush the passer as well.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Could you repeat that?
I said we're doing more 4-down stuff, bringing blitzes, and we got guys who can rush the passer, you know.
Got it. It seemed like you drew some double teams in the Cal game. How do you adapt to those? What do you do differently when you have a double team like that?
In pass or in run?
Both.
In pass, you got to split it as quick as possible just to try and get some type of push, you know. And then in the run, you gotta get guys on a separate level so it comes off of you.
Did you see those last year? Is that new for you?
Double teams?
Yeah.
We got a lot of those last year as well.
Okay, so it's old hat for you.
Yeah.
Do you think you're physically better able to handle them now after, you know, one more year of physical development?
I would say so. I feel like I've taken pride in not really getting knocked off the ball or not really giving up ground, whether I'm one-on-one or whether I'm getting double teamed. That's something that I always hang my hat on, you know? So I feel like being able to just do that and get better at it and perfect it for longer is definitely helping. And there goes the win. Oh.
Okay, thanks.
Let's go to Rick.
Thank you. Good morning, Osa. Your defense was night and day from Colorado to Cal. What do you think was the big difference that made you guys perform the way you did? And what do you have to do to continue the success going forward?
I mean, Colorado was our first game running the defense, and I feel like we're starting to get in more of a rhythm, getting more comfortable with the calls that are being called, and guys are getting smarter football IQ. It's just helping a lot. We got guys that are more of experience, and like I said, it's the second game running that we're more comfortable doing the things that we do.
So that was the biggest difference. It's just one game of experience. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
It's up, improving every week.
How are you going to continue it, though? What do you have to do to continue it?
I would say keep doing what we did well, and that's getting after the quarterback, tackling, and then just cleaning things up and just continuing to dial up the calls and get better at them as we do them even more and getting more reps at them.
Thanks, buddy. Good luck to you on Saturday.
Appreciate you.
Ben.
This is sort of a homecoming for you. I know your mom is up there in the Portland area. Do you have? Is there going to be anybody be at the game? I don't know if Oregon's letting anybody come there, or do you know anything about that?
I believe Oregon and Washington are both going back on some sort of lockdown just because Corona's getting really crazy, just all over the country. But I know up there they're going back on lockdown, so I don't think we're going to be able to have any fans when we go up to the game, unfortunately. But family's going to be there in spirit. I know they love me. I know they're going to be watching. So that's good enough.
Is your brother up in Portland now? Where's he? Owa. Where's Owa?
Yes, sir. He with the family. They're all up in the Portland, Vancouver area.
This is your final season at UCLA. He obviously played there. Is he a little bit wistful that kind of an era is coming to an end here? Do you still talk to him a lot about playing at UCLA?
Indeed. I mean, I wouldn't say, you said wishful?
Yeah, wistful.
I wouldn't say wishful. I would say he's helping me get ready to take the next step. We're not really doing too much thinking about it. It's just, we've had our time here. I've enjoyed my time here, and we're getting ready for the next step. He's helping me out a lot. Just give me wisdom, help me watch film, help me get better every day.
What would you say has been his most helpful advice to you?
I would say I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't really gone through any serious injuries since I've been here, and I would say that's a big part of him, just teaching me even before I got to UCLA how to take care of my body properly and how to keep myself from really getting injured like that.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else for Osa? All right. Thanks for your time, Osa.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
All right, everybody. We got Brittain Brown now. Let's get started with Ben.
Brittain, we saw kind of what people were talking about when they say you run angry on that touchdown run. You just were not going to be denied no matter what. I'm wondering what's kind of going through your head on a play like that. I mean, is it just instinctual? Is it a mindset? What are you thinking about when that play is developing?
I'm really, like you said, it's probably instinctual. I've been playing football for a long time. I've been playing since I was like 5 years old. When I get a play like that and I make the first cut and then I see daylight, it's really just in my head, get the ball vertical and just run, like no juking, no cutting, nothing. Because as long as you do that, the defender's going to have to react to your speed. And at that point, it's kind of too late. So
Go ahead, sorry.
It's just, get vertical and get to the end zone as much as you could do.
What kind of set you up for success on that play? Was it a good play call? Was there blocking? Obviously, you contributed heavily as well, but how did it all kind of come together?
That right side of the line blocking down, Alex did a good job. Them big linemen just kind of washed down, and I kind of saw it in the corner of my eye, so I pressed the hole and then bounced it right away. You got to see it play out even before it started, just based off the defense as well.
Did you feel like that game kind of gave a good indication of how you and Dimitri can kind of work well together?
Most definitely. I think we're trying to find the best system. We got a lot of new things we've been putting in. We're trying to figure out, the amount of reps and the amount of carries that we all getting, and not just me and Felt, but also Kaz, Telly coming back. We got a lot of guys, Keegan. So we got a lot of good backs that can get in there and do their thing.
Yeah, is Martell getting close to being able to be in that mix there?
I think he is. I think he's about ready to come back. Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's go to Tony.
Hey, Brittain, kind of piggybacking on that a little bit. You've got a very different running style. You're more of a north-south guy. Felt's got some outside speed. So does Kaz. How do you think that works together in a kind of not one guy carrying the workload, but maybe as a group?
It's just good to have multiple guys that can go in at 100%. They've kind of been keeping me and Felt off the field at different times, so it's kind of throwing the defense off. You got a speed guy, you got a speed and power, so we're kind of throwing everything at them. So it's good to have different skill sets going in there.
Now you had a lot more carries this game against Cal than you did obviously against Colorado. How'd you feel coming out of the game? How were you physically?
I felt good. It felt good to get in there and get some carries and just kind of get my vibe going when I was on the field and just start running with this old line and feeling out through the game. It's a little different than in practice, and then when you get in the game and start running these plays, but after a while it starts naturally coming back. So it felt good to finally be back in there.
Now you guys are playing against Oregon at Oregon, but you're not going to have the crowd at Autzen, which is usually like a big deal. What do you think it's going to feel like up there playing in an empty stadium that's usually really loud and really raucous?
That's what they told me. They said Oregon's really loud. It's a great place to play. Obviously, I haven't played there before. I haven't played a lot of Pac-12 stadiums, but I think I'm pretty used to playing in like stadiums that aren't too packed and too filled up. It's a weird feeling at first, but then when you get into the game, you're not even thinking about it.
All right, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Rick.
Brittain, you ran with a lot of anger, it seemed, on that against Cal. You didn't get the opportunities like Tony said earlier against Colorado. Can you talk to me about a couple of those runs? I mean, you just seemed to push the whole pile back. You would not be denied. Talk to me about what you were doing there, and then also tell us about the improvement of the offensive line.
Yeah, the O-line has been doing a really great job. Every time I get in there, I tell them to just do your thing, just blow them guys off the rock, and they've been doing it too. Every single play, they like running the ball, and I tell them I like running behind them. As far as just like running hard, yeah, every time I get in there, I'm trying to go 100% because basically every time I touch the ball, I'm trying to score. So when people say I'm running angry, it's just me running as hard as I can and just trying to break one off.
Well, you did a great job, and again, pushing that pile gets everybody motivated. Good job.
Definitely. Appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Mike.
Morning. You talked about protection on the right side, but blocking in general against Cal was really good. You had Antonio Mafi steamrolling guys. Some of the linemen, leading blocks downfield, and even tight ends and wide receivers were helping out. Talk about how that helped the running game to get so much space against Cal.
Yeah, it's just those guys not being selfish. They're taking care of business. They're all getting their job done. Especially the wide receivers, we asking them to block a lot more. This team, they like to run the ball, so they know if they block, then they're going to get an opportunity to score on some pass plays, just like happened in the game. So I think we're all just give and take and helping each other out. So I'm glad the line has been doing a good job and giving us that space and just giving us some holes to get through and helping us get to the second level with no trouble.
Thank you.
Back to Ben.
You remember the last touchdown for that at Duke? And how long had it? I mean, it must have been a long time between touchdowns, right? How great did that feel to get back on the board like that?
Yeah, I think my last touchdown was in the bowl game, I want to say, because I had got hurt in the first game against Alabama, and I didn't really play that much throughout the rest of the season. So it felt really good to be back in the end zone. That's why on that play, you can see I got vertical real quick because I knew that I had a chance to score, and I wasn't going to let myself get tackled at that point.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else for Brittain? Mike, your hand's still up. I don't know if you just forgot to lower it. Okay, you're good. All right. Yeah, Ben, one more.
You, I know you're on offense, but Quantrez, a lot of guys talk about the energy he brings to you guys. Have you seen any examples of that? Obviously, you're an older guy, so you probably don't need the motivation. But what does he bring to the team as a whole?
He's just keeping them guys in line and letting them know that, you know, the game is 4 quarters long. So we got to, you know, keep our head in the game the whole time. You know, don't get too up and don't get too down, because the game's going to go back and forth. So you got to stay even keeled most of the time. So he's just helping keep those guys motivated.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Brittain.
No problem. Thank y'all.